Dana White on Jon Jones.
Let me tell you what, when I get pulled over by the police, I am the most polite human being you've ever met in your life. There's no upside to talking back to the police. It's the dumbest thing you could ever do, especially if you're in Jon Jones' position.
Do you think he can turn it around? Do you think he can turn a corner and stay out of trouble? I mean, do you think he can be the Jon Jones that everybody wants him to be?
I don't think Jon Jones is ever going to be, the Jon Jones that people expect him to be. I think, Jon's going to do Jon. I think that Jon tried so hard to play the good guy for so long, it drove him crazy, and Jon is just going to be Jon now.
Nate Diaz says UFC hates him for beating Conor McGregor at UFC 196. Speaking to ESPN, Nate Diaz said, "I swear to God, UFC thinks my win over McGregor was an accident or something. They think it was an accident and now they are saying let's get Nate in there and take him out before he gets any bigger. Since that last fight, have you heard any praise for me from Dana or the UFC? How much praise has that mother effer got? I have never lost a fight and not wanted to fight the guy 10 minutes later. The UFC is pumping him again, giving him all this credit for it." Nate Diaz will fight Conor McGregor at UFC 200, which will be held on July 9th. UFC 200 also has Jose Aldo vs Frankie Edgar. The card also has Velasquez vs Brown, Lozon vs Sanchez, Mousasi vs Brunson, Hendricks vs Gastelum, and Takanori Gomi vs Jim Miller. Sage vs Marin was also added to the card. UFC is also planning Lawler vs GSP for the welterweight title, the UFC 200. The UFC said 10 fighters turned down the offer to fight Chris Cyborg at UFC 198, including Holly Holm. The reason was Holly Holm wants to fight Miesha Tate next for the title.